Hey, did you know I'm doing a toy drive for the kids? That's right. If you want to support underprivileged children this holiday season, click the link below or in my bio, and you'll be able to access our link to our toy drive. We're going through Amazon, so all you need to do is buy toys. You can see we've already got a ton of them. The more the merrier. We are looking for gifts still for the very young kids, as well as gifts for the older kids. Thank you to all who've already bought toys and donated. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much, and enjoy the video. Coming up onto the show, we have Sheila. Now, Sheila thinks there is a good reason to be MAGA. We're going to find out what that is. Sheila, hello, if you can hear me. Can you please provide me your age and pronouns?
I am 59. I'm a woman.
Okay, so what woman pronouns do you use?
The normal ones?
Which would be what?
Well, I go by Sheila, or you can say, oh, there she is, or...
So you use she, her as your pronouns. Thank you.
Sure.
Feel like
I don't have any
feel like
that would
feel like you could have just said that, you know? Feel like it would have been easier to just be like, oh, she, her, you know, rather than the whole rigmarole. Now, Sheila, you think there are good reasons to be MAGA. What would those good reasons be?
Because I am very conservative, and I don't believe in abortion. I don't believe in being, I don't believe in the law. I don't like the way that they treat people. I don't like the underhandedness and... The
underhandedness of what?
Where they tell you something to your face or on TV or what have you, and they're doing things backhanded.
You got an example of that?
Well, I'm trying to think of some that happened back when they ran actually it was when we had the Congress. Like, for instance,
you have Congress right now.
Why are they, this here's something, this isn't necessarily the backhandedness, but I don't understand why they're so up in the butt about trying to get Trump on something.
I don't think anybody's up in the butt about trying to get Trump on something. I think Trump keeps doing things and he gets called out when he does something wrong. Do you think we should call Trump out when he does something wrong, or just like let him slide on it?
I don't. I believe illness across the board. I do not believe if Trump does something wrong, then he should pay for it.
Okay.
But like,
so
he was in office the first time.
Yeah. Well, I just real quick. Do you think he should have paid then for his like felony convictions, or no? Because he just got to slide on that.
Honestly, I don't even know about the felony convictions because I wasn't even watching or hearing anything about that. I don't know what he's been convicted of.
34 counts of fraudulent.
Yeah, sure.
34 counts of falsifying business records when it comes to election.
About the Mar-a-Lago thing?
No, this is about the Stormy Daniels hush money thing.
Oh, okay.
So like, he didn't have to pay. He didn't have to pay for those felonies. It's kind of weird,
okay,
right?
So my question is: was he in office when any of the Stormy Daniels things took place?
No,
because they already impeached him.
He wasn't in office. This is why the case wasn't allowed to go to trial until he, got out of office the first time. He wasn't in office when he did these things. He was running for election, which is why it got upgraded to a felony, because he used it to commit fraud in his election run, and that's illegal.
Okay, then sure. If he's wrong, he's wrong.
So what should have happened? Should he have gone to jail?
For trying to pay somebody else?
No, for falsifying business records 34 times.
Not while not in office, correct?
Correct. He was not in office when he did this.
Who gives a crap?
Who gives a crap?
I mean,
so it's okay if someone commits felonies.
Let me rephrase. Hold on just a moment. Let me rephrase. He was in office, or he was in the political world or realm like all these other politicians that's been in office or in the political world their whole life. I mean, you could pick any one of them. Nancy Pelosi, for instance, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, whoever. You can pick any one of them, and the only reason I'm picking the left is because I don't like the left. I think they're all rotten. I'm not saying that some of the Republicans aren't.
Sorry. Can you, maybe I'm just confused. What felony counts were Nancy Pelosi convicted on?
I don't know that she has them yet.
Oh, okay. What about Hillary Clinton? What felony counts was she convicted on?
To be honest, I'm not sure. I am actually from Arkansas, and I know there has been many things that has gone to court, and a lot of the witnesses wind up dead because they committed suicide with a bullet to the back of their head.
I'm sorry. There are witnesses that have to do with Hillary Clinton that have been found dead.
Yep.
Who are they?
I don't know their names. I have read about it. I have seen articles on it and stuff like that. It was
for what court case?
To be honest, I couldn't tell you, honey. I don't know.
Huh. Okay.
I know. It's like putting on the spot.
Well, so it just seems weird because you said that we should like hold everyone to the same standard, but like none of these other people have been convicted of felonies. If they were convicted of felonies, I would say they shouldn't hold office. Donald Trump has been convicted of felonies, so he shouldn't hold office.
You are right. I agree with that. But I will tell you this: if he does what he says he's going to do as far as opening up the swamp, there will be charges and there will be cases. So when that
he's tried to charge people, and the judges have thrown out the cases because they've had no merit. I mean, he tried to get Letitia James. He tried to send his Department of Justice after Letitia James, and the judges threw it out because they dismissed the case because the case had no merit.
Right. I think a lot of it has to do with who's in office and who's presiding over things. But I know that they have been on Trump's tail, if you will, before he even got into office the first time, and they have not let up.
Well, yeah, because he was doing stuff.
That where we're not. We are live and let live kind of thing. Now Trump is a little bit different. Now he's a dog with a bone kind of guy. I love Trump. I think he's doing a great job on things.
On what specifically?
Trying to calm down the world from being in so many wars, for one.
He's literally about to invade Venezuela. Like, he's locking down Venezuelan airspace. How is he ending wars?
Well,
how is he calming down wars? Let me rephrase.
Right. I heard last week or the week before last that he had made peace treaties, or whatever you want to call it, 8 wars that had been shut down from him being a part of that.
Which wars?
I believe there was something to do with Iran or Afghanistan or something in the Middle East.
Well, Afghanistan, we've already pulled out of Afghanistan because he signed a shitty deal with the Taliban. Like, he negotiated with the Taliban.
I'll be honest with you. I haven't kept up with things as much as I used to did. I've had a few things happen in my life that I've kind of gotten away from politics.
So then how do you know he's actually done any of the things he promised you that he would do?
Oh, well, I'm not talking about that. That I've been trying to watch, but I'm trying to think of some things. Do you know what the promises were that he's made in his campaign?
Yeah, he promised that day one he would end the Ukraine-Russian war, and he hasn't done that. He promised day one he would lower grocery prices. He hasn't done that.
Well, he's working on that. I know for a fact that it ain't overnight when it comes to stuff like that.
How specifically is he working on it? Like, what policies is he implementing to work on it?
Well, for one, he has done the tariff thing to bring our money back to America.
How does tariffs bring money to America?
Because of all the money that was being taken out of America when Biden was in there, and even before Biden, the ones before that were doing these things where they were sending like millions and billions of dollars overseas to different countries, and they wasn't really going over there. They were.
Yeah, but my question to you is how do tariffs get us money?
Because that is asking the other countries to bring their stuff into America.
Tariffs.
So therefore,
tariffs aren't placed. Tariffs aren't placed on countries that are exporting American goods.
What do you mean? I'm sorry.
Who do you think pays the tariffs? Sorry, you've been breaking up a little bit. Can you repeat that?
I said the other countries.
No. Tariffs are an import tax. The importer pays the tariffs. They're an import tax. So it's the person who's importing the goods. So like when Apple ships in products from China, Apple pays the tariffs, not China.
Okay.
And in fact, a lot of mom and pop shops who get their products from overseas have had to scale back or close down completely because the tariffs are ruining their mom and pop shops because they can't afford to pay the tariffs.
Okay. Well,
so how is it bringing money back when it's just our money? We're just paying more of our money. It's a tax. He increased taxes essentially.
A good point, because I thought that the tariffs were on the other countries bringing their stuff in. Or
no, they can hit us with reciprocal tariffs, which some countries have done. China, for instance, hit us with agricultural tariffs that destroyed American farmers. Right, farm bankruptcies are up 55% because of Trump's trade war with China.
I don't know. I just think I guess because I trust. I know that's kind of a big word in politics.
You trust Donald Trump?
Yeah.
But what do you trust him? What are you basing that trust on?
I'm sorry?
What are you basing that trust on?
Because I know when he was in office the first time, he did put America first. He did. How
so?
Try to help America, and I don't know. There's just something about him. I just trust him.
Sheila, how specifically did he make Did he do America first on his first? Because that's when he bankrupted U.S. farms the first time. And we went from being the number one soybean production country in the world to now it's Argentina. It doesn't seem to be putting American first when we lose our market share on a major global export.
Well, I'm not saying that there's not going to be some things that are going to be affected in a negative way. I do believe that in everything. I mean,
well, sure. So then what specifically, what did he do to put America first that made you go, I want to vote for him the second time?
Well, honestly, it was who was running against him. I wouldn't vote for that person for nothing. But
so you voted for Trump simply because you didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris?
Same reason why everybody supposedly voted for Biden, which I don't believe for 1 second.
No, I voted for Biden because his policies were better than Trump's policies.
Okay.
So what specific, you didn't want to vote for Kamala Harris. What was the reasons why you didn't want to vote for her and you preferred to vote for Trump, not knowing any of what Trump is doing?
Not intelligent whatsoever. The woman couldn't hold a sentence or
what are you basing that off of?
She was just horrible. I couldn't stand to listen to her. I couldn't stand to even, which I don't really like Trump's voice either. But
wait, what are you basing off of? You're saying that she's not intelligent. She's literally a prosecutor. She passed the bar.
That doesn't mean
she went to law school.
Right, but I've also heard how she done in California.
What about her time in California?
She was horrible.
How so?
I can't give specifics because I don't remember. It's been a minute. But
So
I
wait,
no,
so
I
wait, wait,
wouldn't
wait.
vote for
You didn't vote for her because she was terrible in California, but you don't remember exactly what she was
I
terrible on.
don't now. I did at the time. I don't now because, like I said, I've had some things happen to me. But
Did
no,
you did you
not.
read any of her policies versus Trump's policies?
It wouldn't have made any difference if I had, because I didn't trust her and I did not believe a word that came out of her mouth.
But you believe Donald Trump, even though he's
Look at-
actively shown you that he's done the opposite of what he said he would do.
I don't believe he has. I believe he has held true to what
He
he
said
has
that he would
promised.
end the war in Ukraine on day one. Has the war in Ukraine ended?
Okay, well, you also do realize that that is a huge statement. I agree.
Then why did he say
But
it?
do you realize that he's also got to have willing participants to end that war?
Ukraine's been at the table the entire time. Ukraine has never not been at the table. It's Russia that isn't at the table. But if it's a big thing, why did he say it, Sheila?
Because maybe at the time things were kosher between them all, and
No.
when things happened, that things were different.
Russia invaded Ukraine in 2014. They've annexed Crimea since 2014. At what point did Russia and Ukraine seem like they were coming to an amicable agreement? So was he too stupid to realize that he couldn't do it on day one, or did he lie about it?
I don't know which one of those would be it, but something happened.
Okay, he said he would bring grocery prices down. Has he done that?
Yes.
How so?
Some things. Pardon?
How so? How has he done that?
I don't know how he done it. I'm behind the scenes and how things like that, but yeah, there's been some grocery prices that has come down. I know the gas prices has come down some.
Well,
not a lot.
Gas is coming down because the manufacturing has gone up. As soon as we hit the slow period again, gas is going to rise again. We're in the slow period. But I'm just my question is just you've said Donald Trump has lowered grocery prices. What has he done? Has he passed a policy? Has he passed an executive order, something that's focused on grocery prices that's caused those prices to lower? What are those? What has he done?
I don't know what bill he's passed or what anything he's signed or whatever on that. I just know that when I go to the grocery store, some things is cheaper.
Yes, but how do you know it's because of something he's done?
That's something I would like to address with you. Anything that he has done that is good for us, you guys act like it's not him. It's something else.
Sheila, you haven't been able to name me a thing good that he's done. Wait, Sheila, if you can name me something that he has actually done, then we can talk about whether he's done something good for the country. But you can't tell me anything he's done. You specifically keep telling me you don't know what he's done. So how can you tell me that you know he's done something if you've never looked into it?
Right. I understand that. I understand what you're asking.
So, like, we can take grocery, for instance. Grocery inflation on groceries is up.
Well, some things, not always, or not all things.
The only thing that went down was eggs came down because we were no longer in the middle of that egg crisis. Beef is up.
Well, egg crisis.
Dairy is up. What egg crisis? We just went through.
Yeah.
We just went through a whole thing where we had to destroy. What was it? We had to destroy a couple thousand thousands of eggs on the market because they were infected with, what was it, bird flu or something?
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. But yeah.
Yeah. So the reason why egg prices have leveled out is because we've been able to rebuild up the supply since having to destroy them. But like every other metric of grocery is up. Home electricity is up. Home electricity prices are up. Yeah, that's up 22%.
Okay. Is it due to inflation?
No, home electricity is up due to AI data centers. Specifically, that's what has been linked as the cause for the rise in home electricity costs, because the cities that these data centers are being put in are like taking the electricity from everywhere else, and like we're footing the bill for that. And Trump specifically signed an executive order to make it easier for these AI companies to build those data centers, thus directly leading to the rise in home electricity costs.
Okay. I figured you was going to ask me stuff about the Epstein files and LGBTQP or whatever they are.
There's not really any reason to talk about the Epstein files. They're going to get dropped in a couple weeks, and it's going to all be redacted because Donald Trump told, I think it's, they Department of Justice put 1,200 man hours into redacting the Epstein files, I think was the estimate. So half the shit, and it's going to be redacted because Donald Trump is protecting either himself or somebody in those files.
I don't believe it'll be that he's, I don't believe that he had anything to do with anything like that.
But well, we know that's not true. He was named in the files before the release. We know for a fact he's named in the files, so that's not.
Then why didn't Biden bring that out whenever he was here?
Because Biden was probably protecting somebody. Biden also was probably protecting somebody.
He probably didn't even know anything about it.
Well, he definitely knew about it. He talked about him.
Well,
but yeah, it's 4,000. So the FBI logged 4,737 hours of overtime. So that's extra money we paid the FBI from our taxes in order to redact Jeffrey Epstein files. They've been doing this since from January to July of this year. They were redacting files. Just seems weird that they had to put so much time. It seems weird that like in January they were, when Trump came into office, that they were told they now have to go in and redact a bunch of stuff. Seems kind of weird, right?
Well, yeah, I would say so. I say let it all come out and let the, chips fall where they may, and whoever did anything illegal. Trump.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is Trump doesn't want them to come out in their totality.
Do what?
What I'm trying to tell you is that Trump doesn't want them to be released in their totality. That's why he ordered his Department of Justice to redact the files.
Well, I think that, I don't know how you feel about this, but I know that, or I feel that people in power like that, everybody says, oh, transparency. Well, there's some people who can't handle transparency, and they can't handle the truth, so to speak. They can't handle or navigate the ins and outs of things and don't understand things, and everybody comes to their own thought on it, and then it causes a big uproar. So I think that
Sheila, you just described Donald Trump.
Say
you just described Donald Trump.
Really?
Yeah. Sheila, if you want transparency, is it transparency that Donald Trump directed the FBI to redact the Epstein files? That they spent 4,000 plus overtime hours redacting the files. That's not transparency.
Well, okay. All right. Do you think that there would be a president at all in the last 12 years that would not want them redacted?
Do I think there'd be a president that doesn't? I don't know.
Yeah.
What does that matter?
One of them would have some of the stuff.
And I would hold the same critique I have for Donald Trump that I have for them. Like they would have the same level of critique. I think if you are redacting a long amount of files and your redactions go towards helping pedophiles avoid jail time, you're a problem.
I agree with that statement 100%.
So you agree Donald Trump is a problem?
Snag them. If they murder somebody, snag them. Do not. I don't think anybody should get by with pedophilia, murder, anything like that.
So you would agree Donald Trump is a problem?
Problem?
Yes, he instructed his FBI to redact the Epstein files in order to protect pedophiles.
I don't necessarily think that he's a problem. I think that I would want to know why he wants them redacted.
He wanted his name redacted from them completely. We know why. The FBI told us why.
His name will not be redacted. His name will not be redacted.
Not and
It
not in
may
some
be on
places. In a lot of other places, it will be. We know for a fact the FBI was redacting his name.
we do.
Yes.
Well, it's that if he's guilty of pedophilia or rape or whatever, take him out. And not take him out like that, but, take him to court.
Well, he's settled in court on rape charges before. He just settles out of court. So he doesn't have to take it to trial.
Yeah, that's the bad thing about settling out of court. And I think the person who settled is just as bad as the person who done it. Because if they don't do it, that means they're going to go do it to somebody else.
You think the person that was assaulted, who settles out of court so they don't have to go through a lengthy court case, you think they're just as bad as the person that raped them?
Yes, if they were truly concerned about this person being a rapist and they settled out of court and that person never has to answer for that rape, that means that person has the opportunity to go out and do it to somebody else. And as long as they've got money in their pocket to pay that person, they never have to answer for it. Yes, I do believe it is wrong.
But you think they're just as bad as the person that raped them?
Not like that. I'm saying they're wrong. They're just as wrong as that person, not for the act, but for allowing that person to walk when they had the opportunity to stop that person. Yeah, that's bad. Or you think it's okay to say, oh, that's okay, I'll settle out of court for $1 million. Let that pedophile or that rapist or whatever go and do it to somebody else. You think that's okay?
So what about the fact that, like, in the 90s, Trump was going to be brought to court on child rape charges related to Epstein, but the charges got dropped because the victim was getting death threats?
Well, I would think that they would have a way of taking care of that kind of situation to where the person doesn't have to be a victim again of the death threats or being a spectacle. And I mean, our government is pretty good at being able to hide stuff. Surely they can hide someone or hide the person's identity and take care of the situation. But I don't think anybody should get off on being a pedophile, a rapist, a murderer, or whatever. Here, let me give you.
Well, Donald Trump has gotten off on, like, almost all of those things.
Well, he shouldn't. If he done it, he done it. He needs to pay for what.
You then voted for him.
And I will continue to vote for him until he is proven guilty of rape or pedophilia or whatever. I'm not saying that
he was found civilly liable for rape, and you still voted for him.
But I'm going to say this.
What?
What about the things that we don't know about the other people that has been elected? Do you need down, sweet?
So vote for the guy who's a rapist because the other person might be worse.
No. I'm saying I don't really want to name names because that looks very one-sided, but this married couple that's been in the White House that have both been in politics, they have done some pretty bad things. They have been accused of murder. They have been taken to, and these was the victims and
Donald Trump hasn't just been accused of murder. He's, like, committed war crimes.
What do you mean war crimes? As in what?
As in the unmanned drone strikes in Yemen. Those were war crimes. Destroying the fishing boats that he's been doing. Those are all war crimes. And those have been verified to be filled with innocent people. Those aren't drugs boats. They've been verified to have been filled with innocent people. They were innocent.
Well, I'll put it to you this way: if Trump is as bad as what you guys are letting on, then there is nobody I would vote for because I I have never trusted.
I just want to point out, Sheila, you
Yeah.
did vote for him. You didn't know,
Yeah.
you aren't aware of any of the things you've done. You've,
Well,
Sheila, I'm going to say this as respectfully as possible, but you've admitted to me here that you're a sheep. You don't know what policies he's put through. You don't know what he's done. You don't really know why you dislike the other person because you don't know what their policies were. You don't know about any of his criminal past. You don't know any about the civil past that he's had. You don't know anything about the stuff he's doing now. You just blindly follow the man. And I got to be honest, just seems sort of lazy.
You're right. I have been very lackadaisical in the way that I have been lately, or the past while, but listening to the two, I'm talking about Harris and Trump, I just couldn't.
Okay, well, I can't do this anymore, so see ya. What the fuck? Well, I mean, if you're just going to admit you're a sheep, then admit you're a sheep, I guess. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. Hey, thank you all for watching this video. If you don't know me, I'm Jovan Bradley. I'm a leftist content creator who does debates, political commentary, gaming, and more. If this is your first video, thanks for sticking to the end, and I hope you subscribe. I post videos daily, and there are hundreds of past debates on my page for you to enjoy. Thank you to all my YouTube members. Your continued support helps me create as much as I can. Consider joining. A membership starts at $2.99 and gets you access to our community Discord, early access to videos, and more. Shout out to my Tier 4 members. Call Me Vel, Bamji, Ryan O'Connors, Wednesday Leo Rain, Papa Snowflake, Kazim, Ryan Wright, Red Fairy DF, Not 3.6R, Sylvia Snow, Paul D, Zurith Moonpaw, Never Again, Emery Imogene, Ayla Ursus, Kelsey K, Jake Gorshander, Matthew Holloway, Vampy, Yemye, Mealy, and Dragon Nerd. Your continued support goes a long way in helping me continue the fight for equity, justice, and education. Thank you again for watching.